Now, if you think about the topic, it says that prepare for the unprepared. How many of you agree with that? How many of you come prepared for a table topic session? Maybe it's in the club, or it can be in a contest. How many of you, can you raise your hands if you are coming prepared for the table topic? Yes, Toastmaster Patindu is well prepared whenever he is going to deliver a table topic. Anyone else? Let's see whether we have to go prepared for the table topic session. Now, if you think about the dictionary definition for impromptu, it is you say something without having prepared or thought about your words. You get the topic, or you ask the question, and you go and speak. That is what the dictionary meaning. But I ask the question, how many of you, or do you really go prepared for a table topic speech? And except one, all the others say go unprepared. But my efforts today is something different, because the impromptu speech in Toastmasters is not completely impromptu, because there are a lot of preparations that you can do to deliver a good table topic speech. Now, if I start with the strategy, my efforts today is to give you 9 different strategies that you can use to deliver an effective and meaningful table topic speech. I'm not sure whether you can see my screen. Can you let me know which one actually you are seeing right now?
Yeah, it's not shared yet.
What screen you are seeing now? It's only me?
Yeah.
Yes, we cannot share anything yet.
So you can see only me.
Yes.
Oh, now you can
Now
see.
we can.
All right. Okay. So what I explained to you was a table topic speech in Toastmasters is not totally impromptu, because we can go prepared. So my effort today is to give you 9 different strategies that you can use whenever you are asked to speak without thinking. And the 9 strategies are divided into 3 categories. The first category is called single layer structure, double layer structure, and a triple layer structure. Now, whether it is a contest speech or a table topic speech in the club meeting, or an answer to a question from your boss in your office, or answering a question from your spouse or from anyone else, you have to have a great attention grabbing, attractive opening. And I'm not going to talk about that opening now. At the same time, when you conclude the speech, if it is Toastmasters, at the end of the second speech, you will be concluding the speech. And you have to give a powerful ending with something for the audience to take home. And I'm not going to talk about even on that today. So leave apart this opening and the ending of the table topic speech to do yourself. Sometimes you will start with a question, sometimes you will start with a quote, sometimes you will start with an act. It is totally up to you. So leave the opening and the closing out, and I'm going to talk about the middle part of the table topic. And in that table topic, you can have a single layer, or you can have 2 layers, or you can have 3 layers. So for the single layer structure, I'll be giving you 3 different strategies. For the double layer, again 3 different strategies. And also for the triple layer structure, 3 different strategies. Now let's begin with the single layer structure. So here, what actually happens is that, as I said before, between the opening and the end, you will have a single layer. And we all are very conversant with this type of table topic. You just start the topic, speaking to the topic, and you go on, and then you end the speech. And if the question or the topic starts with the term why, what, who, where, when, which, or how, then of course you can select the strategy 1, where you will be speaking in a single layer. So what you are supposed to do on hearing the table topic is that you try to identify keywords from your database by scanning through the memory and then make a point to deliver. So once you do that, you start speaking. So these are open questions because there will be a wide angle of answers, right? Variety of answers that you can think of in answering the question. So strategy number 1 under the single layer will be answering an open question. And how do you identify an open question? Basically, they start with one of these words. Strategy 2 will be a cross question, where you have a definite answer to that question, or you are given 2 options to select one out of the 2, or either you have to agree with that or not. So in that case, what you are supposed to do is you will review both options, and if possible, you try to find a way to connect the 2 points together, and then you select your option, and you can start speaking on that and speaking on the other option, and finally giving the conclusion. So this you can do whenever you are given a closed question. The third strategy under the single layer structure is the most interesting, the one which is spinning the question. And here what you do is you spin the question. Sometimes you get a topic which you don't understand. So as a table topic speaker, what you are supposed to do? You have no point, no material to speak. So what you can do is you spin the question and you attack the question, or you speak against the question. But remember, when you do that, you have to be a little bit creative and also humorous. Especially if it is a contest, if you select this strategy to attack the topic, to spin the topic, you will have the cutting edge over the other contestants, because basically they will be speaking to the topic, on the topic, supporting. So remember, if it's a contest, it's always good that try and do something creative to spin the question. There are 2 cases where you have to use this strategy. Number 1 is, as I said, if you don't get the meaning of the table topic question or the table topic. And the other one is, if your opinion is conflicting with the topic, then you are uncomfortable to speak on that. In that case also, you can reword the topic or twist the topic. So you can take a 180-degree turn and speak on the topic. And no harm, judges will mark you high if all the other criteria, so judges ballot paper is on the card. And definitely, your marks will be at a higher level compared to a normal speaker. That is strategy number 3. Then going to the second set of strategies, where you have 2 layers between the opening and the end. The first one, remember that the strategy 4 will be named as prep. Prep means point, reason, example, point. And most of us use this in our table topics during the meeting. You are given the topic, you make a point out of the topic, and then you reason out, you support it with an example, and finally you wind up the table topic. So here, how you do that is, because you tell them why you made your point, and then you take the example. So the point you make out of the topic is one layer. The example that you give to complement that, support that, is your second layer. So this is the strategy number 4. which will come under two-layer structure. So in summary, it is like, I think this is good because of this example. And therefore, I can conclude that this is good. So finally, you come up with the conclusion. Moving on to strategy number 5, which we call as the pendulum. So as you know, pendulum always have two ends. It goes here and comes there. So what you do is, you give you ideas about why you agree to the topic or why you agree with the topic. And then in the second layer, you speak about why you don't agree with the topic. So agree and disagree are the two layers. And finally, you conclude your speech with your point. This is strategy number 5, which we call as the pendulum. The next one is the balance, where you are reviewing both options given. You review the first option and then you explain. Then you review the second option and you explain. And in the conclusion, you can select any of the topics that you support to give the conclusion. That is strategy number 6. Now, if I give one example for strategy number 5, so let's say you are given the topic as, do you think it is important to have a new year resolution? So this is the topic. Now, I have put it as an example for a two-layer structure. In the first one, the normal opening, you can tell this is a very good topic to talk because it is connected with we all. That's a standard opening. But then you go on the first layer. I do not believe in New Year's resolution because studies have proven again and again that most people do not fulfill their New Year's resolution. Look at the gym, for example. It's always packed in January, but by February, it is almost empty. Most people that made a resolution to lose weight would have stopped going to the gym. For that reason, I feel that New Year's resolutions are a waste of one layer. Then you give your view against it. On the other hand, I feel that it is important for people to have a goal. It doesn't have to be set on January 1st. It doesn't have to be smart goal that is widely preached, but it does have to be compelling enough to make people stick to it. A goal gives people sense of direction or something for them to work towards. Without a purpose or direction in life, humans are just like zombies, going through the motion of daily life without a direction. So this is the second layer. First, you talk against New Year resolution, and then you say why you think that there has to be a New Year resolution. Then you conclude. In conclusion, I don't think it is important to have a New Year's speech, but I think it is important to have goals in life. My friends, set a goal that excites you every day and work towards it. Don't wait till the 1st of January to do that. So this is an example for talking, supporting the topic, and disagreeing with the topic, and how you make the two layers. Then moving on to the next strategy, reviewing both options. You can consider this example and don't take it as a religious thing anyway. Okay? Would you rather be religious or agnostic? You have a standard opening. Ladies and gentlemen, I feel that we should neither be religious nor be agnostic. And then you go and talk about the religious part of the topic. With no offense intended, religion has been statistically one of the biggest reasons for war, terrorism, and mass killing. Furthermore, in recent years, crimes have been committed in the name of religion. Of course, not every religious person is a criminal. It is just a few rotten apples. I believe that the main teachings of any religion is to be a better person. So you are giving your opinion on being religious. And then you give your view on being an atheist. That is the second layer. On the other hand, the common perception of an atheist is someone who just thinks without much consideration. After all, they don't believe in the afterlife or karma, so why bother? Atheists are perceived to be less likely to endorse values like commitment and love. Research has shown that atheists are trusted less than religious people. Even atheists trust other atheists less than they trust religious people. So here we are talking about, and you conclude, therefore I feel that no one way is better than the other. That is your view. So this is how you review both options and come to your own conclusion in your table topic speech. Then the last one, a three-layer structure. Between the standard opening and the closing, you have three layers. And under this category, we have again three more strategies. Number one is about the introduction, body, and conclusion. You have the attractive opening. Then there will be an introduction to your topic, the body part, and the conclusion for your topic. And finally, you have the standard closing for the speech. And this is the method that most of us use in many Toastmasters speech. Okay? Intro, body, and conclusion. The second one is you try and collect three examples or three stories which will support your view on the topic. So there are three layers. Example 1, example 2, example 3, or story 1, story 2, story 3. And then in your ending, you can connect them all to support or to attack your topic on that particular instance. So this is the strategy number 8. And this also sometimes we use our table topic. And the last one, strategy number 9, is about talking in the time frame. You talk about the past, you talk about the present, and you talk about the future. For example, if you are given a topic, let's say about the mobile phone, you can talk about the past of the mobile phone. You can talk about the current status of the mobile phones, and then how would it be in the future. So talking about the past, present, and the future, about the things that are connected with the topic, is the 9th strategy. So before I come to the examples, I would like to mention again, I have explained very quick, I have already explained very quickly 9 different strategies that you may use in your table topic speech. Under the single layer, you might have an open question, you might have closed question, or you may be in an uncomfortable situation to talk about the topic because of it's conflicting, or you did not get the meaning of the topic. In that case, you use a single layer. The second set of strategies will be 2 layers. That is the prep, point, reason, example, point, then the pendulum, and review both options. And the last one is about the triple layer. They are standard. You have the introduction, body, and conclusion. And then you have 3 examples or stories to support your topic. And finally, you are talking about the timeline. When I was a kid, I did this. Now I am doing this. In future, I want to be like this. So this is also very common that we use in our table topic speeches. So these are the 9 strategies that I want you to know in table topics. Now I would like to give some more examples, a couple of more examples about how we can use this in our speeches. Let's go to the first example. All right. The topic that you get is, why should everyone have ambition? So why should everyone have ambition? That means it's an open question, right? So you can explain what will happen without ambition and what will happen with ambition, and then your own version of the story. So let's say, for example, life without ambition is like a vehicle without fuel and direction. It doesn't know where to go or have the strength to move forward. Then going to the second layer with the ambition. Ambition gives people the sense of purpose. So you can take a couple of examples also in these two layers, and then you conclude that's why everyone should have an ambition. So it's a two layer. Then if you go to a closed question, do you prefer communicating on social media or face to face? So you are given two options. Which one you would like? Communicating on social media or face to face? So here you can review both options, the pros and cons of both, and then you try to find a way which will make you to connect the two options together, and you give the conclusion. So you talk about the pros and cons of communicating on social media and the same on face to face, and then you connect them by telling, as a result, I choose to communicate face to face for subjects that require longer discussion, and social media for updating status to a group of friends, even though some of us write emails on WhatsApp or other social media. Then another example, similar question. Why don't you get married? Now, if there is a person in the audience who actually faced this problem for a reason known only to him, and if that person gets this topic, do you think that he is comfortable with our kind of speak? No, he cannot. So what is the best solution for this? You screen the question. So you can answer the question with a question, that is one tactic that can, or you can get it in a funny way. Why don't I get married? Why did I get married? You take one of your friends who got married, fall into trouble. You make out of fun out of that, and then you say, therefore I don't get married, right? Because if you have a genuine reason for you not to get married, and if you are not in a position to disclose that in front of a public forum, you can't talk. So spin the question. So this is what you can do when you are in a difficult situation to answer the topic. And remember, whatever the speech, the opening body and conclusion has to be there. Even for a table topic, this standard applies, because table topic is also a prepared speech, which must carry a positive message to the audience to take home, and enough materials to justify, to support your message during the 2 minutes. And the equation for the table topic, probably you all know about it. Listen, pause, confirm, tell, and end. So listen is getting the meaning of the table topic. How do you do that? You listen to the table topic master, or you listen to the contest master. And if you can fully get the topic on the first reading, then don't listen to the table topic master again, because you already know the topic. But if you don't get the topic clearly on the first reading, then of course you have to listen to the topic again, the second reading, because usually it comes with the speaker's name, the topic, and the speaker's name. So try your best to grab the meaning of the topic in the first reading, so that you will have some extra time to prepare your speech. And then during the pause, what you do is you think about the strategy that you are going to use. And this is very important. Now, I have given you 9 strategies. There are so many other strategies as well. So based on the topic, first you decide, is it going to be a single layer speech, double layer speech, or a triple layer speech? Then if it is a single layer, which category? Open question, closed question, or do I have to spin the question? If it is the double layer, whether it is going to be prep, pendulum, or the balance. And if it's going to be a 3-layer structure, whether it's going to be standard intro, body, and closing, or whether it's going to be connected with 3 examples or 3 stories, or whether it's going to be connected with the time. And once you decide, then you have to scan your memory, get the right things that suit the topic. And then you plan your speech in your mind. And then you confirm, yes, this is going to be my speech. And only then you can start speaking. And that is your 1 to 2 minute speech. And basically, once the table topic master or the contest master announces the topic, you will have about 20-second duration to do all this. Therefore, this 20-second period is very critical, where you have to do all your scanning the memory, getting a strategy, finding the connecting topics, example stories, and structure of your speech, and only then you can start delivering. So this 20-second period is very critical. Do not start speaking as soon as you hear the topic. Make use of the 20 seconds to the best, and then start delivering the speech. And you can have few seconds in addition to this 20 seconds if you can get the topic on the first reading. That is why I said, if you get the topic in the first reading, do not listen to the table topic master again. You can gain 1, 2, or 3 seconds extra added to this 20 seconds, which is very, very important for a table topic speech. So if you can apply this equation effectively by familiarizing with the strategies and ability to recall which strategy will go with this particular topic, then of course your next delivery of the table topic will be at a higher level. And remember, there are topics which will suit more than one of these strategies. So what you can do in your practice stage is that whatever the topic that you get at the meeting or wherever, when you have free time, try to map them to different strategies and find out how you can handle the same topic in many different. So when you practice more, you can save again 1 or 2 seconds by quickly switching to the best strategy suitable for the topic given, and then connect point stories from the memory, and you can deliver a prepared speech of 1 to 2 minute duration. And as you know, if it is a contest, of course, you have to speak for 1 minute, and if you speak more than 2 and 30 seconds, you will be disqualified. So remember, the 20 seconds leading to your first word of the speech is of utmost importance. So whatever I was speaking so far has to take place within that 20-second period. So remember, table topic is not just giving a speech on the topic. It has to be a prepared speech that will give you the comfort of delivering a message in a very effective way, and also giving a message to the audience. How many more